Councillor Foster.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and I won't be supporting the motion either. For me, it's pretty fundamental on two levels. One is we have a policy. If we want to review that policy, by all means, a motion should come forward, review the policy, take a look at how increases are done. We've either got a policy or we don't have a policy. Simple as that. And I'm all for reviewing the policy, not just now, not to pick a time and a date and a number. We hear that the economy's awful. Well, I've got to tell you, if you look at the numbers in 2010, they were a lot worse than what they are today. And if anyone can look someone in the eye and suggest that voting ourselves an increase, even when the economy is moving along, is going to be non-controversial, well, I'd suggest you're better at looking people in the eye than I am. The other really simple point here, we've heard that this is symbolic. It truly is symbolic. I would expect that anyone supporting this motion understands how incredibly simple it is to donate your personal salary back to the municipality or the region if you want to do it. It's your business. You don't need to stand on a soapbox to do it. And instead of being symbolic, you are in control of what you believe you should be doing. With that knowledge, I would wonder why folks need to think they need to pressure other people into doing that. So be delighted to review policy in the future. That probably be a great motion to figure out if there's a better way of doing it. Great, let's all get on side. You know, for the councillors who believe that they should do it, if they're not doing it already, talk to their folks in payroll.
Councillor Drumm.
First of all, Mr. Chairman, let me apologise for being late this morning. I did send you an email at 9:41 saying I was caught up, and when I got back home, I turned the TV on at 10 o'clock, and you were saying Drumm never told me. Well, you lied.
No, you told me. I just hadn't read it yet.
That's fine. That's fine. I went for my 5-mile hike, and when I got held up, and, as a consequence, let me start by saying I'm not taking a shot at anybody here. No, in no way am I going to take a run at anybody here, my brother John or anybody else. I have too much respect for people's opinion around this table. But when I hear this conversation, it brings me back to my community in Whitby. And Councillor Rodrigues has said, when you start giving yourself a raise, you get all kinds of heat from everybody all over the place, and why not? And Mayor Perkins brought up an idea that stopped all this nonsense, that we take the average of the lakeshore communities, and we haven't had anybody say a word since. And you used to get councillors, and I'll say this publicly, and with every respect to what's happened here, we would get councillors in my town making a big thing about this. That has all ceased. It's gone. And I thank God for this. Now, I listened to the Mayor of Ajax, something I do on occasion. And I should do some. You're right, I should do some. And he's talking about savings and big savings. And he's talking about putting the fire departments in the region. I can remember Ratarili at one time, Mr. Chairman, and we had the President Minister of Finance for our country suggesting the very same thing. And we had the people from the northern part saying, well, wait a minute now. We had three, at that time we had at least three, probably three at least. They were volunteer firemen in 3 municipalities. And what would the problem be, but everybody would come up to the same. So that sort of stopped that conversation. And again, I listened to my friend from Ajax, and he's talking about enjoying his grandchildren. When you reach my age and you got great grandkids, then you know what enjoyment truly is. Mr. Chairman, I won't support this motion. And I won't support it simply because it's not at all it's not at all looking at real savings. The Mayor of Ajax is absolutely right, and so is Councillor Ballinger. You start talking about real savings, then I'll start supporting it. But don't give me this kind of stuff. I don't buy it. I never have, and I'm not going to now.
Thank you.